Hello there, Aries. Hello, welcome. Anastasia here. We are going to do your weekly reading. This is for the week of February 9th through 15th. A very interesting week coming up for us, especially because we have Saturn re-entering your sign on February 13th, and it's going to stay there for the next 2 years. This is big for you, Aries. You know, this falls into your first house in astrology. I think this is kind of the energy that will make you really a lot more disciplined, a lot more focused, a lot more goal oriented for the next 2 years. You're really going to identify your main goals and really work on them and see them through to the end, okay, with the Saturn energy. So, good energy for you. However, it could present a few obstacles, challenges, because Saturn is that planet that brings in the extra punch. Like it says, you will need to work hard to get something done. Okay. By the way, this whole transition is going to happen on February 13th, which happens to be Friday. Woohoo. But also, we have Valentine's Day coming up on February 14th. So happy Valentine's Day if you're celebrating. The Venus energy actually is really going to kick in this week because Venus is entering Pisces on February 10th, bringing in a lot of that sensual, a lot of creative, a lot of psychic energy as well here. And yeah, you might feel that. You might have some deeper conversations with people, okay? Maybe expressing feelings, maybe just know that. We have Mercury also in Pisces already. So this is really sensual, psychic, creative energy floating around at this time. And emotional too. So you could potentially feel emotional this week as well. Now, the main energy you received was the Temperance for this week, Aries, and I'm using the Flight of the Butterfly Tarot today. And the Temperance here is kind of, I just noticed the little Cupid here with the bow and arrow. Perfect for Valentine's Day theme here. Anyway, the Temperance is about blending your resources, your energies just perfectly to come up with a perfect, combination, perfect solution, perfect formula, finding the balance, the sweet spot. So behind it was the 10 of Wands. And so I feel like perhaps some of you are trying to find some sort of a middle ground or some sort of sweet spot when it comes to either your work, like work and life balance. Perhaps you have a lot going on. Maybe you have a work and you have a part-time job or school and you do part-time job or something here. There's this juggling energy coming through, and this could be also within a relationship. You could be trying to come to some sort of middle ground here. Okay, anyway, Temperance is about inner balance, mixing enough water with enough fire, and you're the fire energy, so just know that. Let's get started with your reading, Aries. I'm excited. Hope you are doing well. Let's clear the deck here and get started. This is for Aries. This is for Aries. Please, most important message for Aries for the upcoming week. You could be also engaged in some sort of creative process too. Blending, mixing, like an artist, for example. Or a chef or a cook. I'm not sure why that came through. All right, this is for Aries. Thank you so much. Most important messages for Aries Collective, please, for February 9th through 15th. Thank you. All right. Let's start with some Kipper messages first. Okay, so I'm using the Rainbow Kipper today, and just know that the Kipper messages can be pretty blunt, and you are not to take them literally, okay? Most of these messages are to be interpreted metaphorically, indirectly. Okay, so let's see. This is for Aries. Most important messages for February 9th through 15th. What's coming up for Aries, February 9th through 15th? We have high honors. All right, wonderful. Aries, February 9th through 15th. We have, ooh, wow, 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 wow. We have hope and great water here. Great hope. What else for Aries, February 9th through 15th? Most important messages for Aries. What's coming up? Oh my goodness. You are just on fire. Okay. We have, so far, these are the red cards, and they are the stop cards or the accomplishment, the final outcome kind of cards here. What else for Aries? February 9th through 15th. Most important messages here for Aries. We have the work. Yeah. 2 more cards for Aries, February 9th through 15th. We have house. And 1 more for Aries, February 9th through 15th. And we have a long way. Okay. So obviously we do have some sort of achievement for you this week. Whether you are in school, whether you are receiving some sort of a performance review at work, or maybe this is you're just being recognized for your work done, but it's definitely looking like you have a really good outcome and maybe even a recognition, good results here at work or whatever your occupation is, okay? So you also have the Hope and Great Water card. This is a beautiful card, by the way, and most of these are stop cards which indicates an outcome, a completion of something. So I think that this just alone right here, these 3 cards together indicate some amazing outcome results for you, maybe bonuses, maybe even promotions, maybe your popularity grows somehow. Also, you could be noticed amongst your friends, your friendship circle, or there's just a lot of attention on you right now. And with the great hope and great water, this indicates some sort of a wish realizing for you. So whether this is a big or small wish, I feel like you have a goal set, maybe a milestone you wanted to achieve, maybe you wanted a certain specific outcome for a situation, and oh my gosh, you're going to absolutely get it. Now, the good outcome card a lot of times is the romantic card as well. It indicates good outcome in love, in relationships, but it doesn't necessarily mean just relationships. It's a good outcome in a situation here. You could potentially have a very like a work romance for some of you, but like I said, this is usually about either being noticed at work, being recognized, or this is actually could be that you have a good friend or even a romantic contact here at work. There could be some bonuses or maybe even gifts here, like I mentioned earlier. So good job, amazing job. I feel like you put in a lot of effort, and just know that because you have the work and a long way, it could have taken you a long time, and maybe you're not even done yet. Okay, I feel like because the long way came up as the end card, it indicates that you're maybe starting something new, or next chapter is going to really be a long-term commitment. I feel, especially you have the long way at the end. Okay, now the house could indicate that some of you are thinking about buying a property, selling a property, and this is something maybe that you've owned for a while, and now it's time for you to move perhaps, but I feel like some of you are also looking for property, either secondary home or property in a different location, maybe even a different country, because sometimes a long way can indicate distant, remote location. And some of you are working or looking, working at something remotely here too with that. So working from home or working remotely. Now, the long way can indicate that maybe you've been looking for a new house for a long time, and it might still take you a little bit of time to find the perfect spot. For some reason, I'm getting that since we have the long way. And some of you could actually be traveling home this upcoming week, or receiving some sort of messages from home, I feel like. looking really, really good here for you, Aries. Okay, let's move on to tarot messages here and see what else comes up for you. Let's see. Most important messages for Aries, February 9th through 15th. Most important messages for Aries, February 9th through 15th. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, what's coming up for Aries, February 9th through 15th? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, so this is definitely something in the material world, okay? Could present itself as a gift, as a bonus, extra finances here. Let me draw some more cards. It could be like something you are investing in. So let me see here, like an opportunity. 3 of Wands. Okay, yeah. So this is interesting how she is looking out there and the ship is coming in here. So I feel like this could be something materializing for you that you've been waiting for, okay? It could be even at a distance. So something that you were kind of hoping for, expecting for here, it presents itself here. Whether you were looking for, like I said, a place like home in some other location, or an opportunity in another location here, opportunity to grow and expand, there's definitely that for you. I'm going to draw one more card here for Aries. Wow, look at that. And there's definitely some kind of a outcome. Now, you received the Temperance card as the main energy, and this is also the Balance card, the Justice card. So I think there's a wonderful outcome that you will experience. Something definitely finalizes here. There are results. There's a decision made on your behalf, okay? And I think that this could be a legal outcome, definitely, on your behalf. And I think that you are going to like the result of this. So there is also an opportunity for some of you to pursue something in this field of like law and order, or something that has to do with that, or some other really like important profession like that. Okay. Okay, what else for Aries this coming week, February 9th through 15th? Most important messages, February 9th through 15th. We have the 5 of Wands. So here is where the challenge comes in. You know, you have to put some kind of effort into it. So yeah, this could be the time where you have to, maybe there's competition, maybe there's another challenging project here, but let me see what else here for you, Aries. There you go. There's your Temperance. You could have a lot going on, and this energy asks you to find the middle ground. Now, if you have a relationship where you are like not quite agreeing with each other, there could be several people involved here as well. Maybe you're working with someone and there's just a lot of opposing energies and no one can agree on things. So this is kind of the energy of listening to other people's opinions, negotiating, kind of working in harmony and partnership here. So when it comes to your own work, I feel like this is making sure you don't overdo it, okay? No matter how much work you have to put in, you have to kind of work, I would say work smarter, not harder. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, and ask for help if you need to. I mean, you cannot be pulling the whole thing alone, right? You have to kind of manage your time and also allocate things to other people. Maybe people can help you with a certain part of the project, or there's something here where you are needing to ask for help, if that is what's coming up. Okay, if you're experiencing a lot of work, definitely divvy it up. Ask for help, ask for assistance, especially if it's something challenging. Maybe you don't understand it, or you need to approach it somehow differently. I do think you are really good at finding just the perfect solutions. So, but don't dismiss other people's opinions, is what I'm getting. You're also getting like paid for some sort of challenging work that you do, something challenging that you've accomplished, and you're getting rewarded for it. It was not in vain. Like, it's, you're going to see rewards from that. Okay. Nice. What else? For Aries, February 9th through 15th, most important messages, February 9th through 15th. We have the Death card. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So for some reason, this is talking to me, this speaks about ending something, like a big cycle. Okay. And moving on to something new. And for me, what comes to mind is leaving a certain area, moving to a different location physically. What else do we need to know here? We have the Six of Cups. Yes, so this is something, the Six of Cups is like memories, all the memories that you've built that are associated with certain person or a certain location. And this is where you have to step outside of your comfort zone, go into the unknown. And so I feel like there's definitely something surrounding the familiar here, that like that cycle of familiarity is ending. Almost like a childhood is ending, and now you have to be an adult and start adulting, even though that's not exactly what's happening here. But I do think that maybe you are removing yourself from just familiar community, location. Okay, what do we need to know here? What else do we need to know here, please? The World. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Absolutely. I just think you're done with something. It's almost like a graduation, closing out one chapter. But, this is a weekly basis we're talking about, so perhaps not quite like a graduation, but something that seems like a big achievement here. And the Death card to me in this case indicates that you're just kind of moving on to the next level, okay? You are also reborn, because this is Saturn in Aries time frame, and your first house is affected here. You're going to perhaps transform into a different person, with more experience, more knowledge, more things behind your belt, okay? And some of you are definitely thinking about traveling overseas, maybe even moving overseas, something about that. But either you or somebody close to you is basically graduating to the next level. Moving away from home. You moving to a different direction, location. This is what's happening here. This is big, okay? Good job. And I think there's also like some kind of official outcome that's produced this week for you, announced or something. I mean, maybe you are, being promoted and leaving your previous team and then on to the next team, and this feels like a step up, and there's going to be a lot more work involved with it, but you're ready for it. So okay. And if it's regarding even just one project, you're completed it, and now you are always seeking something that is outside of your comfort zone, and that's why you have this right here. All right. Aries. I hope this resonates with you. And let's close out this reading with a final oracle message for you here from the Oracle of Awakening. This is for Aries. Final message here. Wow, limitless. I thought you received something similar in one of your previous readings. Limitless potential. Access to infinite potential. Like I said, you're upgrading somehow. You have a lot of opportunities ahead of you. Look at this. Her hair is like cosmos. You know, to me, it feels like graduation. I don't know why it feels like graduation, but it does. It's like you've got all these credentials now, and you are out there, full of potential, seeking your perfect new project, new opportunity, seeking to fulfill it somehow. Let's read real quick about it. There's no beginning to me, nor an ending. I am existence itself. You are a reservoir of pure, undiluted potential. It is your true essence. It is where you were formed, and it is what you are made from. The entire universe exists within every cell of your body. Though you may not be in constant realization of this understanding, it is an ever-present truth. 99% of your thoughts, actions, and reactions are programmed by our past and the expectations of society and those around us. Let this card serve as a reminder of your expanded self. How can I look at things from a new angle, a completely different point of view, and see a bigger picture? Ask yourself that. So dream bigger, love harder, have adventures, make beautiful love, create exquisite things. What inspires you? Are you embracing your joy and following your bliss, or being led by your fear? So this is basically a call to you to look for ever-expanding opportunities, because you have unlimited potential, and I feel like you can see it here. And I think you are in it for the long run to really, truly unlock that potential in yourself here. Okay? And you could also have a lot of other opportunities coming to you right now, unlocking. You just have to basically sign up for them. That's what I'm getting for you, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this message resonated with you. And if it hasn't, maybe it will here in the near future. Sending you all blessings. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.